Hey guys, what is up? I am going to be doing another one of the Intro to Squad Rush series, and today we're going to be looking at Seine Crossing, or Seine Crossing. I think there's a couple of different names that these people call it by, but I say Seine Crossing and you're just going to have to deal with it. So we're sitting here at the attacker spawn point, and just like we usually do, I will go over the names of a couple of things, and then we'll go over some general strategies. A couple of things did change since the patch on the attacker side. You used to be able to suicide to get a better spawn, but now when you suicide you do lose a ticket, so make sure you do not do that on attackers. You can still do it on defenders to get a better spawn, but don't lose that ticket unnecessarily. Alright, so we're looking here at the first MCOM, which is in the courtyard over there, and this map is actually very interesting for being such a close map. It's very pick oriented, which means that as an attacking side you want to be taking picks, you want to be making picks off the enemy team, and as the defender side it's very difficult because you are quite spread out. So unlike maps like Metro, where it's very easy for the defending team to res each other, on this map defending positions are very spread out, so it's very difficult for the defending team to res their teammates. So once you get a couple of picks on attacking side, it's very easy to attack the MCOMs on this map. So let's generally just go over the spots real quick. We call this burning bus. We call these street stairs right here where I'm running. Those over there are called courtyard stairs, because we do call that whole area courtyard. This building right here that I'm looking at is hospital, because of this hospital sign right here. We call this building shit building. It was just a name that was given to it and it just kind of stuck, but I'm sure you guys can probably call it biscuit or whatever you want to name this building. We call this right here rubble. This area here is called graffiti because of the graffiti stairs. This building right here that you can come from riverside or canal side, which is that side, this is called mid building or A building. So this would be mid 1, mid 2, and mid 3. That is called van. This right here is called alley. And this right here is called shady or connector. You can call it whatever you like. These stairs over here is jungle. This is obviously the MCOM. We call this spot over here nook. We call this building C building. So this is C1, C2, and C3. This is tires. This obviously is shady again. We call this garage, and this is arches or tunnel. Back here, back tunnel. And in CGL, as an attacker, you are allowed to come out of bounds and go out this way into the bomb site. So depending on what leagues you guys are playing in and what rule set you guys are playing with, you gotta make sure to watch out for that entrance on the defending side. That is generally it for this bomb site. This map is, as long as this site is concerned, this MCOM is fairly simple. As you cap this whole, there's 1, 2, 3, and if you count the backyard, 4 different entrances that attackers can come from. It is very important to control this mid building as an attacker side, because if you're coming from river, you come up the stairs and you're able to peek C building, you're able to peek shit building, you can peek connector, shady, and tires, and you can also take a look at hospital. So this building is very important to control as attacker. And a little tip right here that I can show you guys. As defender side, you are able to get into this building through this window. So if you blow up that window, you are able to get into it Alright, so after a couple failed attempts, I did get into there, and you're able to get into mid-building this way. So you're peeking C, you're peeking under C, you peek shipbuilding like this, and you can peek tires. So it is very important on this map, just like most other maps, to coordinate your attacking as a team.
Here's the first aid, man.
So you, a lot of teams will usually send 1 or 2 guys street at the beginning, and they'll come and they'll attack graffiti, clear tires, they'll clear connector or shady, and then they'll clear mid building from graffiti, and then they might send 1 guy jungle, 1 guy mid building, or 1 guy shady. There's so many different spots that you can come as an attacker. You can send 2 guys through back alley or back tunnels, and 2 guys through shady. So as a defender, you have to be very alert on this map. It's a very difficult bomb site to defend because you're so spread out. A lot of teams will usually play a guy inside C building overlooking jungle, and he can also cover connector. A lot of teams will have a guy pushed up into the shady area watching Riverside Alley. They might play van as well, watching the tunnel like this. And oftentimes a team will also have a guy playing either hospital or shipbuilding, so you want to watch out for that. So there's going to be a guy here that's going to be trying to control the street. They might play a guy inside a shipbuilding. I've seen a lot of different variations of defensive setups on this map. Different teams run what they're comfortable with. I'm not really going to go into what we do, but on this map, on this first MCOM, even the second MCOM, it is just a pick map. You gotta be able to pick off the defending opponents, and once you get 2 or 3 picks, make a push for the MCOM. So let's go over the second bomb site real quick. Okay, so this is bus for the second MCOM. That is statue. This whole left side here is called statue side, and this whole right side here is called newspaper side. That's just what we call it. You guys are free to name it what you please. This side obviously is because of this statue, and that side is just because of that newspaper stand, which I understand is on this side too, but it's just a way to differentiate. This is newspaper side. These are courtyard stairs. They can come from the courtyard. There is a spawn point right here for attacker. There's a spawn point in graffiti, and there's a spawn point by where shady is. So we have names for each of these plants. As you can see, there are, I believe, 7 plants, maybe 6 or 7 plants. So there's plant 1, plant 2, plant 3, plant 4, plant 5, plant 6, and all the way to the end is plant 7. So we have all of these plants named so we can call out where somebody is playing. This is rubble right over here. We call this building biscuit. This area here we call Legos. These are sandbags right in front of the bomb site. That building we call hospital. So this will be plant 5, plant 6, plant 7, even though you can't go over there. We call this side entrance. These are called computers. This we call lockers. Right over here. Turnstiles, couches. This is back entrance. And that is generally it as far as the name is concerned for this map. Now on defense, you will see most teams play the plants. This is probably the most effective strategy. They might have one guy playing sandbags and 3 guys playing plants. As far as the defense on statue side, a lot of times you'll see a guy playing plant 2, another guy will be playing plant 3. You might see the 2 guys on the left side pushed up a little bit to newspaper stand, which is right here. They'll be watching newspaper stand, they'll be watching mid, and we call these gasoline tanks. This is a good head peek spot right here as well. Blue car, white van, these are all pretty good spots to peek that side from. So you want to set up a crossfire on this map as defense, especially this when they're running across this mid street here, because it's so easy to pick them off. If they try to come from mid and run this way, you should have these 2 guys on newspaper side pick them off, and if they try to push up statue side, you should be having the guys at plant 2 and plant 3 pick them off. A lot of teams, if you do get a squad wipe on defense, they will push a guy all the way into your spawn to try to flank you. There will be a guy that may be playing statue. This is a very popular spot. You want to make sure that you clear statue on the attacking side before you push up statue side, because he can peek the tunnels, he can peek bus side very easily, and he can also peek down mid street and look into rubble and look into courtyard. So statue is a very good monument to control for both sides. Statue stairs. So on attacking, what most teams, I would say 90% of the teams do, is they will do a 2-2 split. So they'll do 2 guys come up statue stairs, and they'll go 2 guys working either mid stairs or courtyard stairs, and they do a 2-2 split into the bomb site. I would recommend you guys shoot out all of these windows before you attack. So all of these windows here, you should be shooting out, and I'll go over that after this, why you should be shooting these windows out. So you want to be working this side, both of your sides very slowly. You want to be picking those guys off at plant 2 and plant 3, and then working your side. I feel like on attacking side for the second MCOM, most of your tickets are going to be lost trying to cross this street. Once you cross the street and you are able to push the defense back into the bomb site, back into the MCOM room or building, it gets a little bit easier because there's so many different venues that you can come through. Usually we might send 1 guy backstairs, 2 guys front, and maybe 1 guy side, just so you're attacking this MCOM from all different directions. Anyways, so the reason why you want to shoot this glass out is because, for example, this one is not shot out. If I stand on this side of the glass, I can see you and see what everybody is doing in the courtyard, but you cannot see through this glass unless my gun is pointing out. You cannot see a guy standing behind that window looking at you. So if you shoot this, you will be able to see him. The same thing goes for all of these glass. If someone on the fence is standing here peeking at you like this, you can't see him, but he can see you and he can shoot you while you're crossing. So you want to be shooting all of these glass out before you make a push for the MCOM. Like this one right here. I can see you through this glass and this glass, but you cannot see through here. So that's just a little tip for you guys. So pretty much, if you're able to get a squad wipe on attacking on this side and get the MCOM planted, it is a super easy MCOM to defend. You can just have one guy maybe sitting over here. That is pretty much the only exit that they can come out of. So unless they have a guy outside where they can spawn bomb on, this is the only door that they can come out. So you can just have your whole team. Most teams will have 1 or 2 guys watching the entrance like this, and they will have 1 guy maybe playing back here, watching them jump out from this window. a lot of teams on defense, what they will do once they're wiped and they have to push this bomb site, is they will smoke this door. They're going to shoot out this window, and they're going to try to jump out like this and go up either backstairs, or they'll come and flank you from the mid. So it is a good idea to have a guy maybe playing over there, watching the guys jump out from this window. So I'm gonna give this is pretty much it for this map. It is again a very pick-oriented map. You have to get your picks before you move, or else you're gonna be just losing crazy amount of tickets trying to push an MCOM and not be successful. I would say that this is definitely a more defense-oriented map than say maybe a map like Strike at Karkin, where it's more offense-oriented or easier for an attacking team. And I'm going to give you guys a tip this week that I think is one of the tips that's really helped my team and myself be better at squad rush. I noticed a lot of teams, even at the high competitive level, they will rush to plant the bomb before they clear the MCOM. So let's say that I have 4 guys on my team and 2 of them are down, and I am pushed in through here, and my other teammate is maybe coming from backstairs. So a lot of teams, what they'll do is they rush to plant this bomb site, to plant the MCOM, and then they get to their defensive positions to defend the MCOM. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be pushing your team, all 4 of you guys, into your defensive positions first, and then plant the MCOM. Plant the bomb on the MCOM. You don't want to be planting the MCOM and then having your teammates spawn on you and then rushing to spots that you want to be at to cover the bomb site. Because a lot of times when you're planning, your teammate gets killed, your whole team has to spawn bomb on you, and then everyone is running in different directions while the MCOM is going off, and you're just getting picked off. They squad wipe you and they defuse the bomb, and you're down 5 or 6 tickets. You don't want to be doing that. You want your whole team to be alive, you want them to be in position, and then you want to plant the MCOM. This is not a priority. You don't have a time limit to plant. This isn't Counter-Strike where you have to plant within a certain amount of time. You want to be clearing the whole MCOM room, wherever map this may be, and you want to be then you want to plant the MCOM. So Seine Crossing, this is the next week's map for CGL. So you guys are going to see a lot of teams start playing this. I hope this has helped you a little bit, and as always, make sure you guys leave some feedback and let me know what you think and how I can improve, and see you guys in the next video.